This is Elyse Valleycast.
And now I'm going to introduce the show. Hey, welcome to the Valleycast!
Podcast.
Do we still play people's intros to start
We
the
haven't.
show?
Ooh, but we will this week. We're going to do it right now from this awesome, super talented young lady from New Zealand who sent in an amazing intro. And go.
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your show. Wanna laugh, Valleycast, Valleycast. If you're down, if you're sad, you got the Valleycast, Valleycast. Joe and Steve and Ellen.
Or Norway, Northern. I love Northern.
Hey guys, am I in the intro?
Really good.
Shut up! Shut up, Elyse! It's not time! We have a format!
Say no more. Say no
Guys,
more.
welcome to the Valleycast. Elyse Willems, everybody. Elyse Willems is
Elyse
here.
Yeah, thank you
you.
for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Elyse from
It's been a
Funhaus,
while.
Elyse from Canada.
Oh,
Elyse
she's
from
wearing a Valleyfolk shirt!
Oh, thank
know what?
you.
Valleyfolk shirt.
You know what they say? Don't wear the band shirt to the concert. I say do it.
I think you
Yeah,
have
but if-
to.
Hell yeah.
I think when you're in your 30s, it's a requirement. I love doing that.
Yeah,
Cheese, cheese.
do
Remember
it.
concerts? You guys remember. Anyway,
What's-
welcome to the
Yeah.
show.
What's the best
They were
concert
great.
you guys have ever seen?
I have a My Drunk Kitchen shirt that I wear all the time.
Yeah, and that's also the best concert he's ever seen.
It is the best concert I've ever seen.
She just starts singing. You can't stop her.
It's amazing.
But Elyse, I don't know if I remember if you've done the podcast yet. You've done everything else.
No. Yeah, I've done your show. I've done sketches with you guys. I cleaned the office that
Yeah.
one
Yes,
time.
you did our
Yes.
taxes this
I-
year, and you saved
Thank
us
you.
so much money.
Thank you for that.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Was-
I get a little kickback too.
Yep. We'll get you that.
Wait, what?
We will get you that.
Wait,
And
what?
we
Wait,
will
what?
discuss that too.
Yeah,
We
we're
will
definitely going to discuss that.
It's
No.
mostly t-shirts.
But yeah, it's great to have you on the podcast. I get so excited seeing all the damn things that you do. You're such a busy bee. And all your don't shake your damn head. I see all your tweets and your Instagrams.
I'm not.
You're
You can
doing
shake
all
your head. You can shake your head.
I'm
It's
not.
fine.
I watch every single video that you put on Instagram, Steve, of you marching on your patio in your underwear. I watch every single one, start to finish. It's mesmerizing.
I was thinking of turning it into a series somehow of just Dancing with Steve, and it's just 1 minute little dance workouts that you could do at home along with me.
You know what
You're a damn fever dream.
you could do is you could try to get a thing going where you do the dance. You're trying to
Yeah.
get it, and then at the end you throw it to someone famous. You're like, now you, Ellen. But nobody ever responds in kind. Nobody ever does it back. Now
And I
you,
think
Ryan
I could-
Reynolds.
Yeah,
I
I like
think I
doing
could
it
get
just to
Ellen.
Ellen, but always Ellen, no matter what the challenge is. I want your whole thing to be do different challenges, but always trying to tag Ellen. Now that she's really popular again.
But yeah, no, I see a lot of the cool stuff you do, and I love it. I love that you're you're great. It's great to see
Thanks,
you
Steve.
working and doing stuff. But how are you handling the whole situation? The
Yeah.
pandemic.
I like how you're it's nice that she's got work.
Yeah, I love that. You love to see it. I love to see it
Thank
because
you.
there's a lot of people that are I'm moving back home.
Yeah.
Or I gotta leave. I gotta get out of this apartment because I can't afford it anymore. And it's yikes, this is scary.
Absolutely. We've had a couple of good friends that have just kind of packed it up and said, I'm going to come back. I don't have work right now. They work project to project, and they said, okay, well, But actually, like, one of my friends, he's like hanging out in a hot tub drinking milkshakes every day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Milkshake Tommy. That's my favorite Instagram to follow.
yeah,
I love
Man,
milkshake.
I've
Tommy.
never had a milkshake in a hot tub. That's a really great idea. Like a hot.
I felt the exact opposite.
Really?
I was like, that
At
sounds
first I
miserable.
didn't, but then I thought about it. I was like, maybe it seems like it's worth a shot if he's doing it right. He must be onto something.
The two descriptor words that just came to me were like hot and thick, and I hated it.
That's true.
well, it's like you're loading
that's
up
a good
on
point.
dairy in a like heated pressure cooker. You know.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey yo, it's Milkshake Tommy here in another hot tub with another new milkshake. Today we got peanut butter chocolate. Here we go.
Have you guys?
God, I'm sweating over here.
Hey, have y'all seen this photo of Jack Nicholson on a boat putting on sunscreen?
Oh my god.
I haven't, but now that I have, I feel like I have seen it before.
He has no
He
right
looks
to
like
look
a-
that good.
He doesn't.
He looks like a
I mean,
vampire. He looks like a vampire that gave up.
You think
know
he had
what
to
it
be
looks like.
he had to be invited on that boat?
You know, the thing is like
That's the rule. That's the rule for vampires.
I would kill for his body right now. I would kill for
You
Jack
just
Nicholson's
want
body.
current day Jack Nicholson.
Now
body,
Yeah,
you,
and
Jack
you'd be
Nicholson.
fine.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if Jack Nicholson can let his freak flag fly because he's been in the greatest films of all time. So it doesn't matter what he looks like in his old age. He's an incredible actor that has earned the right to be like a potato in the sun in
It's
Barbados.
wonderful. Yeah, anything
Yeah.
he wants to do.
The
Yeah.
Holy Trinity, Jack, Jared, Joaquin. You know?
Yeah.
I always say
Yeah.
the J's.
Yeah. That's right. The 3 J's.
What was the second Jay?
Jared Leto. He's
Yeah.
the third of the 3
Oh.
Jokers in this trifecta.
I see.
Yeah.
That also have names that start with J.
Those Jokers, wow.
Jeremy Piven.
I didn't answer your question, Steve. But yeah, I'm very grateful. I'm very
Oh,
grateful that I'm
Sorry for the pivot.
Jeremy Pivot.
Really forced you to pivot hard back into the very serious question after showing you Jack Nicholson's naked body. I'm after you.
Sorry, I'm a Weezer.
So's Elliot.
Really?
I just
He
like
loves
the band,
Oh, okay. I saw them.
but I love the
I
band.
saw them too, Elliot.
You saw him at like Trader Joe's though, not at a concert.
All together, shopping together.
Even better.
Like the
Anyway.
It's the only
Beatles.
way.
Wait, did the Beatles go
Elise.
shopping together?
No, but like, you know how whenever you saw the Beatles, they were always like, "Oh, there's the boys shopping," and
Yeah.
it's like those motherfuckers can't wait
We've got
till
one
they're
pair
off
of
work,
shoes. We all
and
share
then
the
they
shoes.
go. Yeah, it's like those motherfuckers do not hang out.
Like, John's got the shoes today.
Yeah, look at the
So-
boys are at the beach. Looks like they're doing another beach vacation. Those motherfuckers did an hour in Malibu, and then they were the fuck out of there. That's the.
Steve
But you're
on
doing
the
good,
Beatles.
Elise.
That's why.
that
Yeah,
worked.
that's the.
I'm just,
Okay, we're all gonna shut up for 20 seconds. Go,
No.
Elise.
Okay, yeah, I'm super grateful, and I think that this is a really tough time for everyone, and we have to be there to support each other and give people breaks, give people the benefit of the doubt and exceptions in life, and I hope that happens more. There isn't fatigue on that. Now to you, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's great, Elise. And to answer your question, I think my favorite concert was probably the Foo Fighters concert where Dave Grohl threw out a pick and I got it.
That's
I watched
cool.
it fall to the floor. I saw he threw like a handful of them out, and it was a very intimate, like small convention center venue. It was really cool, and he threw it out. I see like 6 picks fly in the air, and I key in on one. Everybody's going crazy, but nobody sees the one that I see, and I watch it fall to the ground, and I just keep my eyes on it as the crowd disperses over time. Nobody sees it, and I just walk up and I gingerly pick it up, and I still have it, and it's probably my
Dude, fuck
coolest
yeah.
possession.
Pretty amazing. I like to think
That's
Yo.
great.
Where's your pick? Here it is. Catch it. Oh, you almost had it. Hold on, here comes another one. Get that. You fucking didn't get that. Get that one. You got it. It's in your face, bitch.
Do you know that I also went to a Foo Fighters concert, and at that concert, Weezer was there, and then they also offered me a pick at one point, and it was the bassist, and then later I messaged him on Facebook, and he had coffee with me, and then gave me a pick.
So that is your favorite concert.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it was Weird Al. Weird Al was my favorite one.
Yeah, Weird Al's was so good.
I like to think that Joe, those are the picks that they throw out to the girls, and if you get the pick, so you can go backstage. So Joe goes up to the backstage bouncer, and he hands him the pick. And then he's
Sorry, follow up. Dave Grohl was inside me.
That's why.
Yeah,
it's
me
favorite
too,
concert.
man. His heart, I mean, his music just goes straight to my heart, my soul.
Exactly. Really beautiful.
Dude, I was just thinking about what my favorite concert was, and I think we've talked about this a lot, but like, recently, one of the most recent ones was ELO at the Bowl, like at the, and they had like the full Hollywood Bowl orchestra perform with Electric Light Orchestra, and then they had like projections all over the stadium to make it look like flying saucers were there, and like.
What year was
and then
that? Because James,
that was
when did you go see ELO at the Hollywood Bowl?
I shit my pants at an airport.
Whoa, James!
Hollywood Bowl.
cameo James Willems.
Oh, not ELO. When did you see Yellow Magic Orchestra?
Very similar.
Oh wait, are you saying ELO or are you saying?
I'm saying ELO Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh, I'm saying YMO Yellow Magic Orchestra.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
That's our show, everybody.
Or so.
I'm so sorry.
I said CAA, Creative Artist Agency, who has never reached out. Thank you.
I get so excited to do stuff with you guys. I act like a fucking asshole. I'm sorry.
No, it's actually insane that there's a band that sounds so close to that other band. And especially when you're like trying to talk over the internet, it's like, of course I said exactly what you thought I said.
I'm sorry.
Well, I would also be lying if I wasn't over here thinking you meant LFO at first, and I was like, yeah, they had a hit.
You got Robot-y there, Little Joe, but it sounded good.
I said an LFO reference. Fuck me.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah,
I
was
got
trying
it.
to think.
I knew. I'm like, there's only one more he could possibly have referenced. And it's LFO.
Yeah.
What about LMFAO?
Shake that.
Man, how fun were they? They were fun.
What
They were
happened?
fun.
They were fun, but they seemed like they might be having problems behind the scenes. Like those guys.
Elliot, do you know?
What?
Do you know what happened?
Do I know what happened with
Yeah.
LMFAO?
Yeah, what happened, Elliot?
No, Elyse, I don't know what happened with LMFAO.
Do you know, Elyse?
I
you?
thought Elliot would know.
I think I kind of
Hold
know.
on a second. Elliot is a party rocker, so
I mean, yeah,
I do
I get it.
understand.
I get the
Yeah.
association.
They were fun.
Actually, I do think they just performed recently and they got in trouble because it was COVID stuff. I don't know what they did.
Bullshit. Really? Is that true?
Oh no.
Let me make sure.
They held
someone
this
was
huge
thinking of it.
concert.
Someone did it.
At Mara del Lago.
Yeah.
Gross.
I saw
Hashtag
The
Mega.
Cure play, and they played 34 songs. I'm not joking. And Robert Smith is like 70 something.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a huge Cure fan, that's probably a dream.
Oh, I loved it.
But if you went to hear like Friday I'm in Love or something, and they did 35 songs, you'd just be like,
God damn.
like I fucking love The Cure. I would be
Yeah.
in heaven there.
Just like heaven, to be exact.
I would be just
Just
it would
like
be
it.
just like heaven.
I saw them at Sasquatch, which is probably like my number 2 or really close to number 1 favorite concert moment. Sasquatch is an amazing festival up in Washington State at the Gorge, but Cure was headlining one of the days, so I got to see Cure. It was like 2008, and it was so funny because it's this massive stage, and you're in this massive venue sitting on just grassy hills, but you can get pretty far back, so they have these really big screens, of course, to show you who's on stage so you can get a better look. But they refused to do a close-up on Smith. Like, it was always as far away as you could go so you could not see his dying face.
That was the same thing for the show I saw.
Really?
Yeah.
His dying face is my favorite B-side off of Fascination Street.
LMFAO is on indefinite hiatus.
Indefinite.
Why didn't you just say that?
This isn't how I wanted to find out.
Not like this. Not in quarantine.
Not on this
Not like
podcast.
this. I need time.
They so it's like it was an uncle and his nephew, I'm pretty sure is what they were. The not as famous guy that you don't remember as much was the older one, and then I think they kind of like, you know, butted heads a little bit and went separate ways. But then Woot, what is it? Red Foo is the young one. He went on to go try to be a professional tennis player because apparently he's pretty good at it.
Oh, cool.
So there's your update.
I just remember the guy with the hair, and I don't even visualize. Like, when I think about the other guy, I just see a blob of a thing there. Like, I don't know what that person looks like. I don't know how tall they are. It's just like, there's always a guy with the hair. But you know there is, but I've never seen him.
Hair and hair guy.
Yeah, I can't even imagine the other guy. Like, Elliot, could you even tell me? Elyse, could you tell me what the other guy looks like?
No.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
Joe knows, because Joe even knows their names, surprisingly.
okay, so according to Wiki, LMFAO is an American electronic dance music duo consisting of Uncle Red Foo and nephew Sky Blue. They respectively are a son and grandson of Motown Records founder Berry Gordy.
Wait,
There we go.
what?
First of all, that's impossible. You can't be a nephew and a grandpa and an uncle.
Wait, are they really related to Berry Gordy?
I mean, according to the internet, and we
I
gotta
mean-
believe everything on that.
We do. I guess that. I mean, I guess that makes sense why they even have a career.
Crazy. Elyse, what's your favorite concert ever?
I also saw Rush, and
Fuck yeah!
and it was great because there was no line for the women's room. The men's room was just like lined out outside the forum, but the women's room had no line. It was incredible, and like James had gotten me like tickets for my birthday, and
Aw, what a sweetie.
yeah,
I got Harry Styles tickets for Christmas for my girlfriend, and then the pandemic happened and the concert got pushed to August 2021. So I'm pretty excited to see Harry Styles when he's
Wow.
significantly older.
Dude, he's so
Harold
good.
Styles.
He's incredible.
Harold.
I mean,
He'll be
it's supposed to
Harold
be this
Styles
month
then.
or next month.
Oh man, what else are we missing out on?
Well, there was gonna be a big festival that I had tickets to, and it was like 80s. It was like, well, it wasn't just 80s, but it was like Echo and the Bunnymen and Susie and the Banshees and like Bauhaus or something, or
LMFAO.
Bow Wow.
LMFAO. But it was just gonna be all these like great, and Morrissey was gonna be there and a bunch of shit, and like I mean, it was all my music that I fucking grew up with, that loved so much in high school, and I was like very stoked about it. And then they were like, no, it's not happening, and then they just gave everybody their money back. But it's like, is there gonna be a time when we're gonna be able to like, do you think festivals will even ever come back? Like,
Yeah.
truly? You really think
Yeah.
so?
Of course they will. Well, I mean, oh boy,
People
unless this
aren't-
truly is the end.
Yeah, people aren't going to do drugs alone forever.
But will they be as profitable as they were? Will people feel safe enough to go? Like, same thing with like Disneyland and shit. Like, do you think people are gonna feel safe enough soon to be able to just like go to Disneyland? I know people are already doing it, but
Probably
I mean,
a vaccine,
assuming this
right?
goes, assuming
When a
this
vaccine
goes the
happens.
route that it should inevitably go, again, unless it truly is the end. Yeah, of course we'll get back to that.
I
Like
saw-
to
Tiny
normal.
little caveat there is so.
Yeah, unless
a big
this is like the
question
start of the end, sure.
There was a
But I
report
mean, like-
from like Disney was saying that they haven't even been getting the expected traffic that they thought they would get at Disney World.
mark. Really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Wow. I guess that's good.
Yeah, that's the thing
Yeah.
is I'm kind of like, that's good, Disney.
yeah,
Yeah.
please close back down again, please, because if it's not working out, then close it down. Because the employees are like, you know, getting fucked over and shit.
Please don't come.
They're being put at risk for a lot of shit, so that people can get a churro and shit.
Fun segue then for what I wanted to talk about today on the podcast concerning everything that we're
Disneyland?
dealing with. Disney, guys, let's do it. We've never done it on this podcast before.
Oh, we're going to talk about Disney? Okay, all right.
What's your favorite ride? And how would you burn it down?
Where's Mushu? So I shout from the top of Splash Mountain.
We've all talked a lot about, like, you know, how it's a lot of crazy dark things going on outside of the frickin' pandemic right now, and it's been a hell of a 2020. So I was kind of just ruminating on things that we could talk about today that would hopefully be a little lighter. And I wanted to ask you guys, what are some unexpected moments of light or levity that you have discovered in your life while living the existence that we've been living for the last 6 months? What are some things that have unexpectedly made you happy?
Okay, I'm gonna try not to panic.
I mean, Animal Crossing really got me through the first
Yep.
like month of this thing. Like
Yes, sir.
truly, it was like, if it wasn't for Animal Crossing, I think I would have like not been okay.
100%.
Was it the combination of like nostalgia paired with you still got to connect to humans in a weird way?
Yeah, and it was just so wholesome and wonderful. I mean, I'd played a lot of the other Animal Crossing games, and I really loved Animal Crossing and was very excited about the game. But it's just like, you just get immersed in this wholesome world where like nothing bad can happen, and you can't do anything wrong, really. And then there's all these little animals that love you, and they want to be your friend and give you gifts and shit. And you're like, oh, this is where I want to be every day. Look at that cute hat I got. I want to wear that cute hat. It's like, it just got me through. It got me through it.
Did you feel like it
made me
gave
happy.
you sort of like purpose and direction? Because that's how I felt a little bit. I was still working, and that was kind of a dumpster fire trying to take care of, you know, the transition to home and it just constant technical issues that we were having every single day for weeks and weeks. But I felt like Animal Crossing, I actually felt like I was productive in it. It was like false productivity, but I still felt like I had something to show that was beautiful and pure.
And it gave you something to like wake up
Yep.
for too, because
Yeah.
I'd wake up in the morning and be like, oh shit, I gotta go check
my
into
store.
that machine, and I gotta see what's for sale, and my fossils, I gotta see what fossils I got, and it's like it gave you purpose, it gave you like a reason to like, you know, get up in the morning, kind of.
I felt the same
I don't
way,
know
and
if you know how sad that string of words sounds.
Yeah.
It just gave me
you
a
wanna-
reason to get up.
I'll give you guys the exclusive on this. I just mentioned this in another podcast.
So it's not the exclusive at all? Is that what you're
Yeah.
That's the not.
And everyone was like, "Man, you sounded so sad when that's the saddest thing we've ever heard." And Elliot made me think of it. But we were talking about, you know, do we feel like we're in the Matrix? Like, could this all be a simulation? And I talked about how sometimes in my life, if like things are really good for old Elyse, you know, I'm like, wow, like this is great. My life's great. I'll think, am I in a coma? Like, is my brain just manifesting all of this?
Elyse,
Do you ever think that?
Elyse, listen to this. Listen to this. If you go right now to my Instagram story, you will see a clip from a guy on a show called Married at First Sight, okay? And he literally is ranting about how when life goes really good for him, he starts to think that he's dead and that the universe is like lying to him.
Are you talking? I've never seen that show, and but that's
Well, you're missing out because it's art, and much like Animal Crossing, it's giving me a reason to get up in the morning.
Wow.
But listen to this. This is
The universe just tricks you into believing you're still alive, but things just go extremely well for you.
we can't hear a damn
and this
thing.
is him
It
putting
can't
on
be
a
heard.
dress.
It can't be
Anyway.
heard.
Yeah, you will probably
Oh,
heard
it
on
couldn't be
Elliot's
heard.
side.
Oh, it's right.
Yeah.
It's my. I forgot.
That's wild.
And speaking
I've
of
thought
the-
this for years.
Speaking of the coma thing, for some reason, like just before we recorded, I was in Today I Learned on Reddit to see if I could find some kind of topic that would be fun for us to talk about.
That's a great subreddit, by the way.
It's a great subreddit. It's wonderful. And I found a post on Today I Learned where it said this person wrote, it was either a song or a book or something about, it was a song making fun of people in comas. And it was really bad. And then that person went into a coma. Like actually got into an accident and was in a coma and then came out of the coma. And then when they asked what their coma experience was like. They said it was exactly like what I wrote in my song, and it was boring, and I hated it.
I think I've seen that one. That's real good.
It's like, shit.
I don't want to start any drama here, but I mean, have you guys visited each other's islands?
Steven and
Elyse and I?
No.
Yeah.
But
No.
I only
Drama.
And I'm just a pretty like solo gamer. I like don't really play a lot of games with people. And so like when I like in the times that I was going to other people's islands, it was very like anxiety ridden for me.
Which is the exact opposite
Like
reason why you're playing that
you go to
damn
somebody's
game.
island and then you don't know like how long are we supposed to do this for.
Dude, you're totally right. You're absolutely right. There is an anxiety associated with it because it's like, if someone's coming to your island, it's like,
gotta
well, I
be
gotta
perfect.
clean up and I gotta make it look nice and
Yeah.
I gotta make sure all this furniture makes sense and shit.
It's funny because like meanwhile you're sitting in your own filth in
Yeah.
the real world.
like, double chin on the blade.
But you're like, it must be the best.
And then it's like, if you go to someone else's island, it's like, should I bring something? And like, and then how long do we do?
How
Dude,
long
the
do we
how
do
long
this?
do we do this is a big one.
And then they'll be like, oh, burp burp, so and so's coming to join us, and I'm like, well, how long do I have to
I
stay?
guess I'll hang out.
We gotta go around the island again so they can see it. I've seen it.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do while you go take this other person on a tour?
Yeah, that's probably how LMFAO felt too.
Right?
It is.
Whenever somebody else came up to have a conversation, it's like, how long am I supposed to be here with LMFAO?
Listen.
This is a duo.
The
I
uncle
want to
and the
establish-
grandson father.
I want to establish something with you, Elyse. If we ever visit each other's islands,
We won't.
we're establishing right now that you can stay as long as you want, and then you don't have to worry about cleaning up or anything like that. All the anxiety is gone. If you just want to do a trade or something, or if you just wanted to visit someone's island because you're feeling like it, all of those are gone between us. We're just gonna have an okay time.
I'm gonna take it
But
up.
don't you
notch.
dare touch my fucking turtle.
Yeah, you leave Torty alone.
I'm gonna take it up. We switch switches.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Perfect. I'm in.
Vacuum seal bags. You leave it on your doorstep.
Yeah.
I'll do
And
drive
you play
by.
it, and you play it through the bag too.
Yeah.
You don't take it out of the bag.
Couch wrapped in plastic.
The fact that I'm kind of like you, Elyse. I don't, for the longest time, since the days of Halo, when that first came out when I was in college, I haven't done multiplayer gaming at all. I solo it as well for the most part. But last night, there was a little bit of light that Steve and I found. PlayStation just released this Fall Guys game, which is basically like minions running around like a bunch of
Yeah.
assholes, but they're doing MXC.
Like MXC, yeah.
It's great. And we did it with Steve and Brett and Phil DeFranco, and we had a delightful time.
It was great.
Drop.
Yeah. Many name drops.
I
in the
like
game.
Brett. And Brett's it's cool. You're really good at hanging
I
out with him.
formally invite all of you to come play with us because it was great. It was that, you were saying there's false validation or like accomplishment in doing the island stuff. This is, it's not false, but it's reconnecting and just having some laughs with people. It was very refreshing.
Oh, yeah.
Highly
And
recommend.
Can I say really quick? I got 2 crowns last night. I won twice.
2
Which
crown
is
boy.
a huge thing for me because Elyse, have you played it yet?
I haven't personally gotten to, but I've seen like James has it. We did a gameplay, but I wasn't in the gameplay. I was like, because everybody wanted to be in the gameplay.
Yeah.
And I haven't played any games the last couple weeks. Well, except for Paper Mario Origami King.
Is it great?
I think it's adorable. The gameplay is a little bit lacking, but I think the story is fantastic. The humor is fantastic. But
And the art. Mwah.
I've been doing
Chef's kiss.
this weird thing where I'm rewatching a lot of old comfort movies and then doing my, because I work until 6 every day for Funhaus, and then working on my personal stuff as I'm watching, movies I've seen 10 times. And I feel like that's been my night every night. Or the occasional, another positive thing that's happened. getting a lot of use out of Tabletop Simulator. I don't know if you guys dabble into it at all.
What is that?
It's on Steam, and people create virtual versions of tabletop games. So basically any tabletop game you could think of, even if you think it's like a niche, indie tabletop game, like something like, Mysterium, for example, someone's made it. Like, you just buy the base $20 version of Tabletop Simulator, and then you install these it's super easy. Install these community.
And is it
Cool.
Is it like everything? I mean, how does it look cool and it's like really well made and stuff?
It looks like usually they have to create a virtual room for it, so they'll create like a virtual living room, and then there's a table in the middle, and then you're effectively playing on the table. But we have like a group one night a week that we try to play stuff with. So like last week we played Uno together, and it was like super fun.
That's fun. That's a great idea.
Because there's an actual table in it, you can flip the table if you get upset. But I mean, you guys would probably enjoy it a lot, especially recording stuff. You could probably record a lot of fun stuff in it.
The problem
we
with
could do
that
Scrabble.
is that
Yeah,
nobody
I'll do
here
Scrabble.
has a fucking PC.
Oh.
Yeah. We're working on it though. We're working on getting a Valleyfolk PC.
I do have one. Let's do it.
Do you really, Joe?
Yeah, we got one for Trish Hirschberger hooked us up because I needed one for Hayden and schoolwork and stuff, and I was like, and she was like, and now we got one. So yeah,
Wow.
we can do it.
Nice. Dude, hell yeah.
Shout out to Trish.
Shout out to Trish.
The Fall
Elliot.
Guys. Sorry.
Fall Guys so good. Elliot, what's some light, dude? What's some happiness?
I got one for you. I feel like it's getting a lot of, things get memeified really quickly, and they get thrown under the bus when they get, memeified. It gets a little saturated. I still contend that Tiger King brought a lot of joy to a lot of people's lives before it got sort of grinded up into the cultural zeitgeist. I still enjoy it, and I look back on it fondly. And I remember I was an early adopter of it, whatever the term is, and it was one of the few things I was like a little ahead on, and I just miss it. I love it very much. Scrabble I don't count, Joe, because Scrabble has passed fun, and it isn't like an addicting thing now where we're having to like
It's a
put
problem
limits.
now.
Yeah, it's like last night we were gonna stop at 8:45. We stopped at like 10, I think, because we were like, we'll just do one more. It's very sad. So that's not cool.
One more
Tiger
triple
King's
word
cool.
score.
Yeah. But honestly, I mean, I enjoy the fact that we're living in a crazy time because I feel like it's at least significant and there's the potential for a lot of crazy change to happen. So I feel like as a whole, despite all the bad stuff, there's a lot of positive stuff that could potentially be on the way. And I don't know, I just think it's a more interesting time to live in. I'm glad we don't work at SourceFed during it, but it's a very interesting time.
Could you imagine trying to cover any of it?
Oh, God.
No.
Any of the last 4 years? Jesus.
We would have talked about the explosion. We would have talked about Jake Paul. We would have talked about all that shit.
Hello, everybody. Quick interruption to give you some sponsor reads. Thank you to our sponsors for helping us keep this going, along with our patrons. Wink. All right, I'm going to start off with MeUndies. Check it. MeUndies wants to talk about your underwear. Like, seriously, they have a lot of feelings about it and want to chat with anyone who will listen. So here goes. MeUndies just wants everyone to feel comfy as heck with the freedom to express themselves. That's a sentence that I'm okay with reading because I'm comfy as heck right now because I'm wearing my MeUndies. That's why they make the world's softest undies in classic colors and fun prints like dinos, which I got this month. There's a Stegosaurus on it. There's a Triceratops. And underneath it is my junk. Dinos and surfboards. I'm actually currently wearing the surfboards right now. Surfboards, you can see. All right, check out the video to see my surfboards. Whatever you put on every day, they want you to be comfortable, to be you. So is your underwear drawer something to be proud of, or are you a little bit embarrassed by it? Because me, I'm proud of mine because I got rid of all my holy Hanes and replaced them with the MeUndies. MeUndies is serious about softness. Like, so serious, they scoured the world for the softest fabric known to man. And it all starts with sustainably sourced beechwood trees that magically turn from pulp to yarn to undies. They put a little card in your undies pack and you see how they do that. It's actually quite fascinating. Undies that kind of feel like heaven on your skin for comfort from the outside, literally, to in. So keep your undie drawer stocked with MeUndies memberships. A subscription that sends new pairs right to your door, plus get site-wide savings and exclusive sales. Ooh! Here's the offer part of the read. MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. What? Free shipping. Wow! So this is a no-brainer, especially because they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Can't argue with that, right? Call to action. Here we go. Get your 15% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can do all that by going to MeUndies.com/Valley. That is, repeating right now, MeUndies.com/Valley. Seriously though, check it out. Changed my life. Changed my life. Not even getting paid to say that. I love my MeUndies. Ad read number 2. Here we go. As we all settle into this new normal of summer and also all the other new normals, Bespoke Post is here with customized box of awesome collections for guys, guaranteed to upgrade your life. I recently got the Forge, which is a knife. When you ever gonna not need a knife made of Damascus steel? What? I know Elliot got the Weekender, which is a travel bag, which is like, just get out for a while when it's time to get out for a while and it's appropriate. Bespoke Post only sends guys the best stuff every month. No matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered. From style and grooming goods to barware, cooking tools, and outdoor gear, Box of Awesome is carefully built collections of every part of your life. It's like a little tiny Christmas every month, and it's great, and it's different every time, and it makes you feel special and loved. They have this one coming out. It's called the Cheers. It's got a growler. It's got glasses. It's got an opener. If you like beer, wow! Do it. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help you pick the right box of awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. There's some choices for you. They're not telling you what to do. They're letting you live your own life, Each box costs only $45, but here's the good part. Every box has over $70 worth of gear inside. That's like winning the lottery. That's like getting a lottery ticket and being like, you automatically win the lottery. Why wouldn't you do this? Call to action. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code Valleycast at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code Valleycast for 20% off your first box. Do it. It helps you, and it helps us here at the Valleyfolk. Thank you.
Yeah.
With zero authority.
Yeah.
I feel like now we do have more authority, and that's even worse.
Yeah, if I can just bring it back to Tiger King here for a second.
Absolutely.
Please.
Do you worry, Elliot, that like this Halloween, which would have been so ripe for Tiger King costumes, is going to get completely wasted?
Who knows? What is Halloween going to look like? Is that going to be? I mean, that's way too soon for.
I have a theory.
People are going to do the parties. They're still going to start partying. It's going to be.
I have a theory about Tiger King and Halloween. I think because Tiger King happened at the beginning of this thing, now we're going to see like all the stuff people produced that were like parodies of Tiger King, and we're going to see like a bunch of new Tiger King like parody type shit happening in the weeks before Halloween, and then Halloween will have like all the Tiger King costumes
so
and shit.
like Tiger Billie Jean King.
Yes. Tiger Lion King.
That's fun.
Yeah. Tiger King.
Lion King.
Tiger King Kong.
Wait, did you say Tiger Viking? That's also great.
No, but that's good.
I love it. This is good.
Let's
times.
just take a moment and just sit in silence.
That was really nice.
That was actually, it was nice, but it was scary.
Yeah.
I could hear the blood running through my brain.
That was nice. Did you
over
enjoy
an
that?
edge
Everybody
together.
enjoy that?
I don't know if I liked it.
To what you're saying about these being interesting times, Elliot, it's like in one respect, I feel bad for anybody that this ramped up and their life got shitty. Like they are an essential worker, they're in healthcare, or they are, lost their job. Like that's awful. There is a small silver lining where I think that it's making people pause a little bit, step back from the rat race, and be a little bit more introspective. Which is like I wish none of those horrible things had to happen for that to happen.
Right?
Amen. Yeah, I think there's a lot of gratitude happening. At least if you're, if like recognizing what you have and the fragility of everything like that. I think is probably my biggest takeaway. Is just like, oh, the everything. I mean, we kind
society in general.
Yeah, like our jobs are one thing, and that's fragile enough. But like, yeah, the tent poles of society are like, oh, okay, yeah, this could all. We have to be like responsible and like smart and active, and maybe. Hopefully that leads to change down the road. But yeah, it's tough to talk about because it's accompanied with the realization that so many people are in so much pain that it's unfathomable. But yeah, I mean, it is hopefully going to issue some change. Now
I've been saying it before, but like with so much ugly going on, it's hard to be hopeful. But, despite everything that sucked about 2020, I do think once we're through it, I'm filled with this hope that I keep at bay because I don't want to hurt. But I am filled with a lot of hope that on the other side of this, all of it, not just COVID, but the frickin' upcoming election, COVID, Black Lives Matter, like everything, I think it's going to be better on the other side. I feel like we're fighting, and it's a fight, towards something that is ultimately going to be better on the other side.
Yeah, I was reading something the other day about how like after it was like 2012, 2013, like the Fortune 500 companies, there was like this explosion of new ones that popped into the list, and it was because like the economists or whoever looked into it, and they were like, it's because during the 2008 financial crisis, everybody was like fired, lost their jobs, lost everything, and then went and started working and working and working, and then 4 or 5 years later, it was not to say it's just those companies, but it was like symbolic of a bunch of other companies that were like being very successful. And they're saying that like that kind of thing could potentially happen again, where in 2023, 2024, like a lot of the work that people are doing now as a result of all these hardships might actually start to pay off. So hopefully, who knows?
Yeah.
That's
Ebbs
a good
and
way of
flows.
looking at it.
Yeah.
So a little bit of light that we found recently in the Beretta household is spending a lot of time with my family. A lot. I got to know them. They're good people. And
that's good.
Jackson and I have been passing the time we do these little art projects where we both sit down and we draw characters. We get a pencil out, we get some construction paper. I draw 4 and he draws 4.
Jackson's
and then we
your
trade.
wife?
Jackson's my wife.
I wish I had caught you right before
Sorry,
you said he.
Yeah. We'll edit it. We'll fix it.
Jackson's your wife? I'm sorry.
Yes, he is.
But it was the best joke ever. But yeah, we draw characters and then we switch and then we color them and then that's it. It passes the time. It makes us be artistic and there's bonding moments in it. But if you're watching the video podcast, you can see some of them. This is a little guy that Jackson created called 8 Ball that I colored.
Wow, look at that guy.
That's great.
Yeah, he's great. And then he also created this little demon that I got to color, which
Whoa.
I take some artistic liberty. I added some faces on the circles on the hands, but I'm very happy with it.
Does he have heads on his hands?
He does. But that's because our creative tango came together to create that. Like, that might not have been his initial thought, but I took it to the next level.
Wait,
So I drew this.
Can I see the? Hold on. Did that? Let me see it. Okay. It's a little.
Yeah,
Is it supposed to be? He's trying to make a scary thing. Is it supposed to be scary? It's a little scary.
Spoon
Just-
hands. All I see is
Well,
spoon
hold on.
hands.
Did you see the pants though? Let's see the pants on that character.
The pants are great.
the
Look at
I
those
don't think it's
pants.
as scary as you think it is.
Oh,
now.
that's not so
Yeah.
scary anymore. Thank you. Friendly
Pants.
That's a friendly pant.
Can I ask
Those
you
are friendly.
though, does it ever happen
look at
where do you ever like you draw your thing and he draws his and then you pass them over to each other and you look at his and you're like and then you look over and you see him like
God, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this this mess. I thought we were making art, Dad.
well, he's just like this is what I gotta deal with.
And that's a little
Oh,
choo-choo
God,
train.
this is my dad.
So, anyways, it's
Wait,
fun.
what is that? A tractor?
There's a choo-choo train flying off
Nice.
the tracks,
Nice.
going super fast.
I
so.
Nice.
genuinely love that idea and kind of want to make James do that with me.
It's fun. It
Yeah,
really
that's
is.
a great idea.
And I think anybody could do it at any age. This has been Arts and Crafts with Dad. There you go.
What if
That's
when
lovely.
you what if you showed the last picture and it was just like a really detailed photo of a gun, like really like, and my son did this one.
It was a train riding off its tracks, right? Which is a pretty 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just like a really real looking gun, like it's photo real.
Yeah. It's detailed.
My son made this. He says it's a house.
Oh, it's Jake Paul's house.
From that aerial shot, he just.
You guys, it's really weird. My son makes these artistic renderings, and then like 3 days later, something happens to a YouTuber that's newsworthy. It's a weird power that he has.
Okay, I got an idea for an Instagram account. My son draws YouTuber drama, like the dramatic moment in it from a YouTuber. My son draws the moment, and then that's all the pictures on Instagram.
It's at YouTuber DRAWMA.
Yeah.
YouTuber drama.
Drama.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think you having Jackson draw interpretations of YouTuber drama is probably one of the best ideas I've heard in a while.
Come on,
And
have
I
him
think
do
because
tutor-
you guys are married, it would bring you two very close.
Opposites attract, you guys. He's short.
I do like the idea of Joe starts his account, and he, the drama we know gets covered, but then he gets in over his head because we're running out. So then Joe starts trying to incite.
Yeah, he's got.
Oh no!
He knows it's not ethical, but he's got to meet the
No.
demand. So
Yeah.
Well, now it's a cool movie idea.
Yeah, let's not waste it. Hold on. I got one more that I haven't showed you guys yet. It's one of my favorites. It's this
Oh
Jughead
God, here we go.
Archie comic that
Here
my
we
son
go.
drew, and I colored it in.
I think
I
I
put it
read
in this
that
plastic bag so I don't lose
Here
it.
we go.
You guys read Archie comics? I collected them when I was a kid. Loved them.
Hell yeah.
Joe has
Hell
a
yeah.
running bit where he keeps showing that damn Jughead comic.
It's not just that one. It's also this one, which is another great comic from the Archie world in Riverdale.
if you're on the
How old
audio
is that?
podcast, Joe is holding up a Jughead comic, and he's trying to say his son drew it.
And he looked really
Hey,
proud.
guys, check
really
this out. This
self-satisfied.
is a gift that my girlfriend got me. It's a Trapper Keeper from 1992.
Whoa! I feel like I had that.
It says
I was about to say the same thing.
These shoes were made for jamming. And you open it,
Wow.
and it's just a full Trapper Keeper.
Wow. Let me see the back there. Yeah.
Yeah, good call. There you go.
Damn, you guys remember those days? I had one
Yeah,
exactly
dude.
like that.
Yeah, it's interesting because I had the zipper ones. Remember the zippers and like the fabric?
Yeah.
I thought I was very adult. It was like very
The 5 stars.
Yeah.
Do you guys use the word duotang in America to describe? They're like, it's like a paper like folder that has like the brads and the 3 brads inside of it, so you can you can put your hole punched pages over the metal.
I know what you're talking about. What are they called?
We always call them in Ontario, where I grew up, kind of duotangs.
Yeah, I've heard that
duotangs.
word before. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know.
No, never heard that.
Can
Anyways,
long
happy
time.
thoughts.
I say
We
another?
probably called them folders here.
You pulled your glasses down like you were a professor.
Well, over here we call them folders.
Can I say another happy thing? And this is
Yes,
not me trying to
please.
blow smoke or because I've been involved, but movie game.
Aww.
It is such a positive and happy and fun show, and it works so well in quarantine.
Thank you.
You guys should be super proud and honored and
Aw.
full of aplomb.
You need to
you.
I don't know if
shut
that
your
worked.
mouth. I can't handle this.
James loves it.
Thank you.
Is he back there? Oh, he's not there.
Tell us, James.
Oh, I think my anus has gotten sticky and purple.
James, you turn around right now.
He loves it. Tell him.
James, we know you're back there.
We'll add
was
him
so
here in
funny when he
post.
just-
James
turned
has been
around.
getting up and down so much and walking out of frame that I feel like he's just back there dismembering a body and moving the pieces.
And this is the perfect time to do it.
Yeah,
While you're
on a
distracted.
podcast.
Elise, thank you. That idea is a prized possession, and it will probably save our company. So I'm glad you feel that way.
It's so good.
I don't think it'll save our company. Excuse me, our company's saved. It will take us to another level because I think it's so good, and like I think more people need to see it.
I agree.
I agree.
I've gotten this much farther. I'm holding my hands up apart from one another to starting the Kickstarter. I think I made some breakthroughs, and I'm hoping to be doing that soon.
Can you show us the breakthroughs?
Yeah, they're like this.
What does your face look like when you made it?
Oh, so I thought you were
breakthrough
gonna hold up the Archie comic.
Oh man, that was actually a better thing.
I'm
There it
sorry.
is.
Hey, do you guys want to do some Would You Rathers real quick?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys want to do that?
Yeah.
Elliot, unless you had a topic, or Elyse, you had a topic you wanted to jump into.
I'm down for some Would You Rathers.
Okay, great. I had a Would You Rather loaded up here for you guys that I'm really excited about. And I want to see what you guys would choose. Would you rather eat a banana shaped like an apple or an apple shaped like a banana?
Apple shaped like a banana.
An apple shaped like a banana.
What I'm thinking is if the banana was an apple on the inside, that means that like it still has the core going all the way down the banana shape, right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that throws a wrench in it.
Which really throws a wrench into the whole thing because, as you can see here, now the inside of a banana.
Professor,
I came prepared.
Show me the inside of a banana.
as you can see here.
As you can imagine the inside of the banana, if this was all apple, if this was all red apple, there would be a core in the center and seeds, which means there wouldn't be much meat on the damn thing. Excuse me. And I think that the apple would have more meat on it as a banana.
And we all know that apple seeds have a small trace amount of arsenic in them. Correct? Is that
That's true.
Is that the poison I'm
It's
thinking of?
true for today.
Yeah, and you can kill people
that's just
with enough
true.
of it. Yeah.
I just
you would-
imagine.
Oop.
No, please, Elliot. I can't.
No.
No, I insist.
You have to.
I can't do it, Elliot.
I want to know your thoughts so bad on whether or not you would eat an apple-shaped banana or banana-shaped apple. And also, Elyse, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry. I hate the Zoom and Discord.
It's the worst.
It's
And I
terrible.
hate interrupt. I'm sorry. I was gonna say that the image, the thought of manhandling this banana materialed ball that's this mushy. I was like, I can't, like, do I hold that with one hand and just, and wouldn't my whole face just sink into it?
I mean, I guess you'd still peel it, right? You'd still peel it. It'd be like an orange, but softer.
I think we're learning a lot about the evolution of fruits and how they evolved in a way that they would most likely be eaten by their natural predators, like the primates, didn't they specifically? Like, that's why they're banana-shaped. They selected for the banana-shaped ones, and then, like, cattle and horses selected for the... Anyway, I'll see myself out.
Yeah, we'll see you later, man. Have a good day. Hey, check out this picture of my wife whose photo was merged with Donald Trump's.
That's a real
What?
person. Who are you showing?
That's a face app. That's one of those apps.
No
where
way.
Did you do that?
No way.
Yeah, my daughter did it.
That's Donald Trump and Heather?
Yeah.
That looks like a real person.
Dude, the app
Yeah,
is insane.
Like, are we sure that's not a
scary.
real person the app, just found?
Dude, that Russia Face app thing that takes all your information but lets you have fun for 5 minutes, it got better.
Hell yeah.
I don't see any downside at all.
Like me showing you, I might have just got divorced. We'll see what happens.
And for sponsor number 3, health and safety is on the top of everyone's minds right now. No matter what happens, you're going to want to make sure that your loved ones are protected as well as yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got LegalZoom. LegalZoom. They do things like business formation. We're talking limited liability companies, LLCs, setting up corporations, intellectual property stuff like trademarks and patents and copyrights. You can use them. Wills and trusts, last wills and testaments, living trust, estate plans. They can do a little bit of everything, and they do it well. LegalZoom continues to provide a reliable way for everyone to do what they need to do, if that's from setting up a corporation to setting up estate plans without leaving your home. It starts with finding the answers to your questions. Do you need a last will and testament or living trust? What about an advanced healthcare directive? Or what about power of attorney? A lot of words and things combined together that come out of your mouth that you may not quite know what they are or how to do them. That's why we got LegalZoom. Thankfully, you don't have to figure everything out on your own. LegalZoom's online resources make it easy to get started, and if you need to speak to an attorney, their independent attorney network is there to guide and advise you. That last sentence is in bold, so you know it's important. LegalZoom isn't a law firm, so you won't have to worry about expensive billable hours adding up. So, take an important step from your family, take an important step for your family today. Or from, I don't know what document you need. Go to LegalZoom.com to get started on a last will, living trust, or corporation setup, LLC, anything, copyrights, all that jazz. Make sure you enter the code Valleycast at checkout for special savings. That's LegalZoom.com, code Valleycast, LegalZoom, where life meets legal. Back to the podcast.
No.
Well, it's not her. It's not even a little
That's
bit
what
her.
I said.
Like, no one
and I
could
said,
show
you're being
that
crazy.
photo.
And she said, don't call me crazy.
No one could ever be like, who does this look like? And someone would be like, oh, that's Heather. Like, there's no one on the planet that would think that.
I think I'm in love with that other woman.
Okay, you guys want to hear some more Would You Rathers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you rather have an infinite fridge or an infinite gas tank?
Oh, the fridge.
Fridge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah?
is there
Fridge.
variety
Yeah.
in the infinite fridge?
Mm-hmm.
How does it work?
There must be. There
Do I-
must be. It must
do I-
just be filled with the things you would have filled it with.
Caviar.
Like, is it kind of like a... Yeah, is it like a wish-granting one? Like, I feel like some eggs. And then eggs will be in your fridge?
I feel like that would tilt the scales so heavily that can't be, because you couldn't have an equivalent of that with the gas. You couldn't be like, I hope it's diesel.
Well, but
It would be just
the top
gas.
comment on that Would You Rather is someone said they would choose the gas because they'd siphon it out and sell it.
Oh. Oh. But
Always
Do
Where
the
do you-
same with the food.
where do you go to sell gas? Like, they would open a gas station? Or
At buygas.com.
Little lemonade stand, but it's gas that
Hey,
you
you
sell
want
by
gas?
the cup.
I'll just pour it into your car for you. I don't know when to stop. I'll just keep going.
Also, I'm very
you
hungry
always
and out
smell
of
like
food.
gas.
Don't light a match, please. Please don't light a match.
Yeah. You,
All right. What's that?
I was gonna say, like, everything would have to be electric. There could be no room for error in the your gas home.
Right.
You live and sleep with buckets of gas.
Yeah. I've got too much gas.
I live under a giant bucket of gas.
It's like when you go to a water park and there's always that kids play area where there's that bucket that's filling up. It's gonna tip
Yeah.
at any time.
It's like, look, guys, I've got this infinite amount of gas, but it's in this bucket atop those water slides, and every 15 minutes or so, it just dumps. So take some gas, please.
Please, by all means.
I
Would
love
you
this
rather-
bit, but I'm still reeling from the apple with the core running all the way down. That's horrible.
apple
'cause
shaped like a banana?
sure. I was so
Yep.
sure that a banana-shaped apple would be amazing. Yeah, and you ruined it.
Yeah, Steve
mean, it
duped us.
I'm sorry, and it would have to have a core.
You're right.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
you rather get into a fight to the death with 100 5-year-olds or 100 90-year-olds?
190-year-olds, right? They're closer to death.
But I mean, if you could die, is it possible a 90-year-old could kill you?
You're gonna
I mean,
kill
anything's possible if you
90
believe.
children?
I mean, what
What-
I'm saying
well,
is what are
sorry.
the odds that you survive in
At least in the
both
front.
scenarios?
Are these Padawans or
Yeah.
do we know?
They're younglings.
Are they younglings? That's what I meant. Fuck, I ruined my own joke. I should have said are these younglings?
No, same difference. I think it's the same thing.
Is one of them my wife?
Yes.
Ellen,
Yeah.
over to you.
I mean, but
Alice,
you guys are
what's
just
your
talking
answer?
about morally you'd rather fight 190-year-olds. What if morals had nothing to do with it and you were just in a bubble where like you choose either no one will know outside of it, but it's like the only way you live through it is you have to fight 105-year-olds or 190-year-olds.
I mean, it's 90-year-olds. Right?
It's the
Like,
90-year-olds. Yeah.
How is in what world would you want to even morally? You can take down 90-year-olds, I think, pretty quickly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that do you think so? Elise, what do you think?
It's like Cocoon versus Lord of the Flies. You know?
Were they
And
5 in Lord of the Flies? They were older.
they
in
were
Lord of the
older,
Flies.
but I mean, I still think children, they can be real mean. And if they
Yeah.
didn't hurt me with their bodies, it would definitely be the insults and the taunts that would get me
Yeah.
in spirit. So yeah, the
5-year-olds, you think can they be mean? They can't be that mean verbally, right? They're not like clever enough. That doesn't.
I'm
hit
just saying
till-
that does it change that they're not like they're just like they've come out of nowhere. Like they're not someone's grandpa or someone's 5-year-old kid. They're just like manifestations of this battle you have to do.
kids heal faster. And like I feel like if someone's
true.
older,
Bunch of little mini Wolverines.
Kids are more resilient.
I mean, you just gotta take out the hip
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
for the older.
You
What
could
would
just
you
like I guess it is the 90-year-olds because you could just kick them all in the balls pretty much.
Some of them could be women,
All those-
Steve. Wow, it's
Yes.
2020.
Women have balls too, Elliot. Wow, 2020.
Wow, they're not called balls anymore, Steve. 2020.
I had a soccer coach that wore a female jockstrap called a Jill because she was like, it hurts to get kicked in the vagina too.
Yeah.
I've never looked into it to see actually like what it is.
I
don't
wonder
think it
it would
hurts
just
as
need to
bad
be like a
as-
yeah.
I was just having.
I mean,
a
half of
conversation.
those 90-year-olds are going to be running at you, not saying "Die, Steve." They're going to be saying "Kill me." So it's really, I think you're starting with a head start there. End it! I don't know how I fell into this. Would you rather? But it's the best thing that's ever happened.
Okay, what about this one? What about this one? Would you rather have a perfect simulation machine that can decide the outcome of your intended actions, or an app that points you in the direction of hidden treasure?
How much treasure?
I mean, if it's an app, it must just read all hidden treasure everywhere.
How much?
It's like getting the map in Zelda.
It's like the map in Zelda, but in real life.
And we're presuming that there's lots of treasure hidden all over the place.
I mean, there certainly could be.
It sounds like
Yes,
geocaching.
yes. Question: is there a difference between hidden
Geocaching,
treasure,
yeah.
which was hidden by choice, or lost treasure? And does it
I don't
also
think so.
indicate lost treasures?
I don't think so. I think it's both the same.
Is it theft?
Because
if we
lost
take the
treasure could be hidden. What's that?
Is it theft if we take the treasure? Do we awaken old pirate ghosts?
That's true. I mean, you do have the risk of a
Curse?
pirate curse. That's true.
But what's the other one that you? It's a simulation that decides what your decision should be, or what will happen if you do make a decision.
It's a perfect simulation machine that can decide the outcome of your intended actions.
I think that's
So that's
the one.
just, yeah, that's a superpower that ends up, if that falls in the wrong hands, we're all doomed type
Yeah.
of scenario.
Yeah. But it's also it's a way to be like, if I make this, so it's like you're at a fork in the road with decisions. It's like what happens if I make that decision? The simulation shows you that in great detail, and then it's like, okay, what if I make that decision? The simulation machine shows
Yeah.
you that scenario in great detail.
That's too much power for
It's
anybody
way
to wield.
too much power. Yeah.
No, thank you. Yeah. You could find all the treasure with that. You really could. I'm going to try to
What
find
if-
this treasure today by going this way. Nope, I'll go this way. There it is.
What if the hidden treasure is just like people that would love you if you gave them a chance?
That one, I want that one then.
I don't know.
Every time you try to find a treasure, it just says it's the real treasure is the friendships you made along the way, and then some dude just shows up next to you. You don't know.
What if it just takes you to the next LMFAO concert?
Every time.
Every time.
This app is broken. It was also made by Red Foo.
Okay, this one's interesting. Would you rather control everyone's dreams for one night? So you could go person to person and control their dreams, or control the same person's dreams every night of their lives?
Oh, that one would be very fun. Especially if I didn't really know the person.
Oh, man.
To me, there feels like there's a slant to that where you would have to really enjoy it. You would, and like, so like, for example, maybe if I had a kid and I was like, I want them to have great dreams every night, then I'd be like, okay, but I don't have that love in my heart. So I feel like if I wanted it to be maliciously used, would I want this one? The power to control one person for the rest of their life. So I think I would want the former one.
Now hold on, Elyse. There's a whole world between malicious and like good dreams. You're gonna have there's a whole spectrum of fun you could have.
I mean,
harmless fun, I would say.
Okay, like Elliot, if you were gonna craft a dream for Joe, what would your dream be?
Man, at least it'd be so hard. I'd have to go into the lab like a little doctor and do a little, like, write it down, come up with little experiments. But I would have to be something that could be recurring and that would just start freaking him out constantly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd have him dream of, like, there's like a giant
I guess it would
banana,
be a good...
but he peels the banana and it ends up being made of apple. But when he bites
that sounds great. I'm really excited.
It's got a core, though, when he bites into it. And so he has to figure out a way to, like...
Guys, I keep having this dream. It starts out amazing. Amazing. It's this banana-shaped apple, and I'm really excited.
Nice.
Have you checked the inside?
And then there's a fucking core in it, and it takes up most of it. I can't...
Do you think a fun prank would be like if you kept having Joe have like romantic or sexual dreams about you, so he starts to question whether he's secretly in love with you?
Yeah.
He just talks to his therapist about it for hours. Like, he just puts all this time into trying to figure out why he keeps having these incredibly sexy dreams with Elliot.
And you just poke the bear every day we converse. You're just like, hey, did you have any dreams last night?
No, I wouldn't even I wouldn't be that direct. I would just be like, I had the craziest dream last night, Joe. Like, you were in it, but it wasn't any big deal. But anyway, have you ever...
Do you have weird dreams?
But then conversely, it's the kind of thing where like Elliot's spending a lot of time doing this. He's getting a lot of joy out of it, and he starts to wonder if maybe he's what does that say? Is he in love with Joe?
Wait a minute. Is it me?
All right.
Listen. That's actually, I love that movie. That's a great movie concept.
Oh my god.
All right. I know, at least every time there's like a...
It's that Schumacher movie that was unreleased called Dream Gaze.
We're Dream Gaze.
Gaze. But Elyse, you've come up with some fun movie ideas based off of some of the dumb things we've done here. I love it.
When are you guys making the Valleyfolk the movie?
I mean, we've talked about it. There's talks.
It's Dream Gaze. It's
Dream
2022. It got pushed back.
All right. Well, listen. We've done an hour of this nonsense, and I think it's time to put an end to it. But I wanted to thank Elyse Willems, our wonderful guest.
Thanks so much. I had such a fun time with you guys. Thank you for letting me come do this.
Yeah, Elyse, thank you for doing it.
It was our pleasure. I mean, having you here is awesome. We play very well, and you're very funny and very talented. We are lucky. It is our pleasure. It is absolutely our pleasure to have you here.
It's mine.
Yeah. No. We appreciate your time, and you're wonderful, and we can't wait to do some more things with you.
Thanks. Likewise.
But anyway, where can people who are like, who is this Elyse Willems person, find you and your shit?
Well, you can watch me on Funhaus almost every day, youtube.com/funhaus or Rooster Teeth. Get the full picture, ElyseWillems.com. Or James and I, we do like a few just side things here and there on youtube.com/JamesWillems stuff. And then, just Instagram and Twitter, Elyse Willems. And then, I'm always trying to get myself invited back on Movie Game. So.
There's another one coming.
I mean, I think you guys are champions. I don't think it kind of doesn't work without you at this
They're
point.
they're on Mount Rushmore for sure. They're up there on the mountain. I think Shane's up there with you. Then I gotta think of the fourth.
Great.
Steve's pretty good too.
Yeah, everyone on this, Steve, Joe, Elyse, everyone's great at it.
Yeah, heard of her. I'm actually getting a call.
Thank you for
feel
joining,
so
everybody.
much.
This has been great. Thanks. See you next time.
I feel so much for Elliot in them because he's such a good sport about it too. But James and I have an unfair advantage because we are working together.
That's truth.
It's very true. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't.
Because we're very dumb apart. We know this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way with Elliot. I don't want Elliot to change at all. I love the way you play, Elliot, and I think it's great. I think it adds to the whole thing.
If we weren't in quarantine,
it adding to it is enough for me to enjoy it for the first 2 prompts, but then I that goes away. I get really upset. Elyse, thank you very much for doing this. Wonderful to see you.
I was going to say, I think if we weren't in virus times, it would be wonderful to have James go to Elliot's and be on his team.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
yeah.
that'd be great.
Please.
What a great idea.
That'll be
That's
amazing.
great.
That will happen. Yeah. You turn around, James. I know you're back. He's back.
Because, I mean, you do have a bit of an advantage being a duo, Mm-hmm. So maybe there should be more duos allowed or something.
It's anything can happen. Stay tuned. Oh my God! Also, at the end of this podcast, we'll throw some links on the end card. Elyse was in a very funny and weird, wacky, fucking crazy frisbee sketch with us, and if you haven't seen it, you should check it out.
I loved it. I felt so bad spitting on Steve.
I loved it.
Remember, can you even imagine such a thing now?
It's my kink.
Yeah, careful. Got a core, Steve. Be careful.
Yeah, don't bite right in.
Hot core.
I'm choking on apple seeds. All right, we're back to Elyse. Woo! Valleycast.
There's no crying in Frisbee. You got that, you snowflake pussy?
All right, fellas, you want to throw some frisbees around?